Whew. All right. Are you ready? Are we ready? Okay. Within the span of a single month, the far space fleet's significant return and subsequent secret departure stirs intense public discussion. The rumors that circulated when Skyhaven was under martial law discussed the fleet's armed operation to eliminate certain anomalous wanderers. While no footage of these events has surfaced, the fleet's tight-lipped response has inevitably sown seeds of panic among the population. After the Chronorift catastrophe, the Hunters Association released several reports on Wander evolution and their mutations. Like humans, the Wanderers continue to grow stronger. Peace remains a distant goal for this world. As people grow increasingly uneasy about the fleet's mysterious operations, a bombshell announcement takes everyone by surprise. Ever announces the imminent launch of a project called the Fountain of Atay. The 40-second preview quickly becomes a global sensation and the focal point of the discussions worldwide. I think... Is the Fountain of Atay... I mean, no one's like here to answer, but isn't that something that we learn about in Raphael's? Or I could be completely wrong. But I thought that was something that I thought I read that there was something that we learned in like Raphael's. It's fine. The 40-second preview quickly becomes a global sensation and the focal point of discussion worldwide. The internet debates the development and application of protocore technology. Skyhaven, powered by protocore energy, becomes the target of widespread criticism due to the fleet's recent actions. Countless conspiracy theories emerge. Beneath the floating island, Lincoln's scattered lights weave an intricate web across the land. In the windless night, dark figures flit by glass walls. They're quickly masked by the red glow of aircraft warning lights atop skyscrapers. The unrest brewing online seeps quietly into the physical world and ferments under Lincoln's facade of normalcy. I almost wanted to read that as facade, but because it didn't have like the little thing. Waves of controversial topics stroke the growing public outrage. The association becomes the primary target of this rising tide. In response, the association implements a series of countermeasures. This includes the covert relocation of the spatium core stored in the association's building. Protocore transport vehicle.
Ha! Look at all the online discussions. It's a circus now. What is Ever really up to? Did you guys find any leads? Throwing around phrases like groundbreaking achievement and the next step in human evolution. They've got guts.
In a self-driving protocore vehicle, Simone scrolls through an endless stream of updates on her phone.
Given their extensive research into protocores, they do have the credentials to back up such claims.
As a protoist, I'm all for advancing protocore tech, but Ever... with methods as sketchy as theirs, they might drag us down with them.
The Fountain of Atay has reignited the purest attacks against protocores.
At their core, the prototists and purists represent two opposing viewpoints: support for the development of protocore technology and the opposition to it. The purists believe that although protocores are powerful, they're dangerous. There are too many unknowns, and overzealous research can lead to a catastrophic crisis. In earlier years, they urged humanity not to be blinded by profit. They argued that using Earth's natural energy resources was the only way to ensure civilization survived in a stable condition.
Our latest missions have been targeted by their radical members. That's why we need to transport the spatium core in secret. Both of you need to be on high alert.
If those purists dare to cause trouble, they can say hello to my protocore particle cannon.
Okay, Simone. Chill.
We shouldn't be too hostile. While they're traditional, certain prototists can be just as extreme. After all, We've only researched less than 10% of a protocore's potential. There's nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy respect for the unknown.
Wow, Andrew. A deep space hunter like you is defending the purists? They're the ones trying to stop our technological progress.
Haven't the purists been quiet for several years now?
That's because our protocore tech has developed so rapidly and successfully these past few years. The stuff's been integrated into every aspect of our daily lives, big and small. The purists always insisted that humans shouldn't develop protocore technology, but the reality is, humanity can't live without it now. Facts speak louder than words.
Improving a person's quality of life, fighting wanderers, and helping humanity explore the deep space tunnel and secrets beyond our universe. The Prototist's vision for the future is being realized one step at a time. Without concrete evidence to support the purist claims, it's only natural that they lost ground.
What about you? Whose side are you on?
I mean, I feel like as a hunter, I'm a prototist, because we also, bitch, you don't know this, but I have an ether core in my heart, so, like, I gotta learn how to live with that. I'm prototist. Assuming we can use science to look into protocore energy so that it can improve our lives. I'm with the prototists.
I knew you weren't someone who's afraid of progress.
The vehicle passes through the tunnel, which is the last highly dangerous point on our designated route. The secure vault is at the end of this road.
Metaflux levels are within a stable range. Begin storage intake procedures.
We really worked hard today. Since this is our last shift, let's finish strong. Late night snacks are on me.
Simone is adorable. Wait, there's a massive surge of Metaflux heading straight for us. It's coming in fast.
The readings are normal. You guys.
At that moment, a truck wreathed in flames and crackling with powerful Metaflux comes barreling toward us from behind. It's going at full speed. As soon as Simone and I jump out of the cargo hold, our transport vehicle is violently thrown into the air. An explosion releases searing heat behind us. We have an emergency. Transport vehicle 109, I-09 is under attack. Coordinates are being transmitted, requesting backup. Before we can find our footing, there's another explosion. We're sent flying. Okay. Protocore particles drift around the overturned transport vehicle. Through my blurred vision, I see several distorted figures emerging from the flames.
Go. You're free.
The unfamiliar voice is masked by the crackling flames. My ears are still ringing, and I can't tell if what I'm hearing is real or just in my head.
It's a shame we're seeing each other again when you're in such a pitiful state.
Who?
Did Josephine ever mention our time together at the Gaia Research Center?
Grandma? Who are you?
I guess not.
Excruciating pain tears through my entire body as my heart begins to tremble uncontrollably.
Who I am doesn't matter. The real question is, who are you?
She suddenly grabs my throat and a sharp pain pierces my neck. It's like 1,000 needles just stabbed me. I feel like I'm suffocating as I lose control of my limbs. My heart pounds violently while a chaotic force stirs within my body. Blood trickles down my forehead. Through my crimson-tinted vision, I see the container holding the spatium core roll into view.
You were born in the depths of deep space. You were supposed to be ours, a one-of-a-kind, precious creation. Without the key, the Fountain of Ate will only remain a poor imitation.
Dazed, I hear something faintly crack. Suddenly, an unprecedented power surges through my veins and bursts forth with brilliant light.
The key belongs to no one else. You are the one who holds all of its secrets.
What? What do you mean? Huh? Transporting the Spatium Core was a classified mission for special operations. The attack wasn't revealed to the outside world. After spending 2 days in the hospital, Simone and I were ordered to suspend all missions and focus on resting until we made a full recovery. Afterward, Jenna secretly visited us to reveal the truth. The association president, as well as others, suspected there was a high-ranking mole in the association. A mole. A mole, a mole, a mole. Yes, this is still main story. Since Simone and I were now known to the enemy, we need to lay low. Our temporary suspension was to protect us and serve as a smokescreen. Externally, the radical purists needed to be handled with caution. Internally, dealing with the mole would inevitably disrupt their plans. Jenna didn't really talk about the Spatium Core. She just gave me a look that told me to be patient. Oh. Chaotic energy courses through my blood. The burning sensation in my chest is more intense than the pain from my injuries. Unable to sleep, I toss and turn. Then, I finally sit up and turn on the bedside lamp. My heartbeat is faster than usual. I gently press my hand against my chest and rest my head on my knees. I can't believe I ended up absorbing the Spatium Core. Why me? Another sharp pain strikes my chest as several strange energy streams are torn apart. They proceed to merge together and create an endless, restless turbulence.
Did Josephine ever mention our time together at the Gaia Research Center? The key belongs to no one else. You are the one who holds all of its secrets.
Grandma. The research materials Grandma left behind might not just be an unfinished story. They could be a link in a much larger chain. Unicorn in the Gaia Research Center. That's where time has sealed away the truth I seek. The Gaia Research Center. If I remember correctly, it was in what used to be the most prosperous district, now known as the N109 zone. Let's see if there's a key waiting for my return. Once my injuries are healed, I don't hesitate. I report my next target during my administrative leave to Jenna via a secret comms channel. The ruins of the Gaia Research Center, located in the N109 zone. And then we also text Silas to let him know. Arctic! Amidst the snow-covered mountains stands a building of precise geometric perfection, the Fractal Library. It has erected at an unknown time. The library doors slowly part. Wearing robes, a young boy with snow-white hair pushes them open. A soft, ethereal light spills out from behind the doorway and touches the snow. The boy looks down and gently scoops up the small white creature by his feet.
It's time to collect what's due from the 7-year promise, Shuchi. We need to pay the emissary a visit.
Did you just say Shuchi? But it's spelled like Shiki? Okay, that's fine.
I wonder how he's doing. How have these 7 years treated him? Is he getting along with his classmates? Did he succeed in his thesis defense?
Huh? As the white light fades, the boy's foot sinks into something soft. Snowflakes fall onto his head. He's surprised.
Huh? How did the library end up here? Did I mess up the incantation?
The white creature suddenly leaps down and runs away. Its tail playfully draws arcs in the snow behind it.
Shuchi, I know you haven't seen snow in a long time, but that doesn't mean you can just run off.
The boy hastily grabs his traveling bag and runs after the creature. He manages to catch its tail just before he falls face first into the snow. Is the library a TARDIS? What just happened? Behind him, the massive library doors slowly close. He raises his hand only to realize he left the Excessus bracelet the emissary gave him in the library.
Oh, Book of Answers, just this once, would you be so kind as to tell me where I am?
His back suddenly bulges as a thick book emerges from it. Opening itself, it rapidly flips through its pages before finally materializing 2 words. The Arctic. Arctic.
How long will it take to get back to Lincoln City?
The Book of Answers flips its pages once more. 8,000 kilometers.
Aw.
In the desolate Arctic, a boy and his companions silently drag their luggage, their figures gradually vanishing into the endless expanse of white. So this boy's gonna be important for some reason. Okay. Silas! Leaving this... Okay, leaving the southern area of Lincoln City, I drive down Bear Boulevard. The scenery on both sides of this wide street slowly deteriorates. After I installed the anti-interference chip Silas sent me on my motorcycle, I've been able to freely pass through the protofield disrupted no hunt zones, numbers 62 through 65, and arrive at what was once the most prosperous tech hub in the region. Now, it has become a criminal's paradise, the N109 zone. The abandoned building where I first met him still stands in the desolate courtyard. Come to think of it, a lot of time has passed since my initial meeting with the feared leader of Anakainis. After entering the N109 zone, the streets remain deserted. Not a soul could be seen, but it becomes livelier as I approach the central district. I'm awake now! A river of people flows through the streets. There it is. They surge with me toward the same destination. What's going on? It sounds like it's coming from Charon. Above the streets, massive holographic screens glow neon blue. They display live footage of the district in 4 areas. A scarred woman is bandaging a knife wound in her shoulder at a street corner, and a boy who cornered a wanderer in a dark alley rips out its protocore with his bare hands. Badass. A gang member plunges a dagger into his companion's chest. Not as badass. Isn't Charon supposed to be a trading hub? Why are they fighting? At the top of the display, rows of names and numbers flicker rapidly. Old ones are erased as new ones appear in their place. Is this some kind of competition? Did we walk into the Hunger Games? Nothing that happens in the N109 zone surprises me anymore. I turn my attention away from the massive display and keep trying to call Silas. When I visited the odd workshop, its owner knew Grandma. They were probably colleagues. If I want to find out where the Gaia Research Center was located, he probably has some leads. Silas had raced through the streets to get us to the odd workshop, and I was unfamiliar with the N109 zone back then. To find it again, the most effective way would be to ask Silas. He's not answering. Fine. I'll just fetch him from Anakainis' base. Driving my I'm about to make a turn into the alley ahead when a bullet whizzes past me. It grazes my temple. My body lurches to the side as I dodge, but the momentum sends my bike sliding until it crashes into a corner. It's completely wrecked. I barely regain my footing when another bullet tears through the air. It's heading straight for me. What is happening? Clink. A cane flashes before me and deflects the bullet. It ricochets into the wall and leaves behind a smoking hole in it.
Watch your step, kid. There are places you shouldn't wander into.
Who is that? At my feet, a thin orange-red laser stretches across the street into the buildings on both sides of the street.
Charon is hosting its triennial Zoion Hunt right now. Everything beyond that line is in the killing zone.
I wasn't far off. Saying the Hunger Games. Charon? Is that what he said? Charon? Is that how I say it? Tuxedo mask! Oh, literally.
One step is all it takes for the surveillance drones to lock onto you with their multi-lens systems. Then they'll automatically register you as a participant. Every criminal in the N109 zone is waiting to hunt down the lost lambs who walk in.
I dust myself off and get up. Who are you? The man before me appears to be in his 50s or 60s. His white hair is neatly combed under a gentleman's hat, and he's using an old-fashioned cane as support. He stands in stark contrast to the chaos of these streets.
I'm just a ferryman on the river Styx. I help travelers cross. Are you planning to cross Charon's river?
Like a king surveying his domain, he turns to look at the eastern and western districts of Charon that are surrounded by orange laser barriers.
Shall I be your guide?
Well, when you say it like that, that's very sus. Should we do it? I mean, I'm really curious about this guy. And he knows this better than me. But at the same time, we shouldn't blindly trust everyone in the N109 zone. That's what's holding me back. And then is he gonna ask us for something in return? Because, like, payment here is in information. You know? I don't know. But I want to know more about this guy. So sure. Sure, but will I be safe if I follow you? He reaches behind his ear and produces a round chip no bigger than a fingernail.
This is an ID camouflage chip. If you have one, it masks your biometric data so you can't be traced.
Oh. No, you're all good. That's good information to have, Jadis. Because I didn't know that.
As long as you're within 3 steps of me, you'll be within its range of concealment.
So we're holding hands the whole time. Got it. With tech like this, he's definitely not just a random passerby. I'll be frank, I hope you don't plan on doing any tricks.
I understand your concerns. In a place like the N109 zone, being cautious is what keeps you alive. Let's go.
With my biometric data masked, I follow this unfamiliar elderly man into the devastated eastern district of Charon. Interesting. The stench of gunpowder and blood fills the streets, and the continuous Metaflex explosions make my heart pound like a drum. If you're not like those criminals, then you shouldn't mind answering a few questions. What are the rules for the Zoion Hunt? How do you say that? A cold wind sweeps past us as 3 humanoid wanderers crash into a roadside shop. They grab and tear a person's limbs apart. Damn. But then a sudden protocore explosion engulfs the storefront.
They're like that. Hunts of the primal variety. People become hunters and prey to fight for a gold coin. With it, they'll be granted one wish from the Lord of Charon. At the very end, whoever enters the central arena with the coin and remains the last one standing becomes the winner.
So it is the Hunger Games. Literally. Will they get a victory royale at the end, too? This is Fortnite. From the upper floor of a shop, a drunken man leans halfway out. He quietly raises his gun in our direction.
You can use evil weapons, protocore weapons, and your own fists.
A roar resounds before the bullet can leave the gun. we remain untouched as our would-be attacker falls, his chest pierced by metaflax.
Wanderers are just another weapon people use to hunt each other.
The drones record everything. The screens immediately cycle between shots of death and victory. And somewhere in the darkness, thunderous cheers erupt from the crowd.
What a waste. I've seen him before. He's formidable when he isn't drunk.
The man stops, his hands clasped over his cane. He closes his eyes as if to observe a moment of silence for the deceased.
Isn't it brutal? I hope you weren't frightened.
It takes more than that to scare me. I've witnessed deaths worse than this.
Indeed. Life has a way of catching us off guard.
Stepping over the fallen body, he leads me to a place with a brilliantly lit sign that reads, Elysium, the true paradise. That's this place again. The familiar bar is packed tonight. Everyone clutches their drinks as they're gathered around a screen that's broadcasting the Zoion Hunt.
Here are the latest predictions. You can't miss these guaranteed winners. Come one, come all. Who wants to join the fray? Join us!
Stop banging on my tables. Do you think hiding in my little sanctuary and drinking your life away makes you special?
It's not like I don't pay for my drinks. I'd rather drink myself to death here than get killed the moment I step outside.
Amidst the cacophony of voices urging people to place their bets, this dangerous business brewed from human lives proves to be very enticing. Literally the Hunger Games.
A lot of folks are placing bets this year. But being the hunt's primary target isn't exactly a blessing.
Opportunity is always born from danger. It's a traditional rule of the Zoion Hunt.
Zion? I was saying Zoion. Zion? Okay. The elderly voice cuts through the air with commanding authority. Everyone turns their heads at the same time.
Our old man Dimitri's here!
Dimitri!
Who's you picked this here, old man?
I need to discuss something with a friend. Would you mind waiting here for a moment?
We should! I know where we can stay.
The meal sets here are good, and the drinks are decent. Give them a try if you're interested.
Or we do that camping one? Isn't those like really pretty like hotel-like tents there? Utah. In Utah. The national park. I politely nod. However, I've decided not to touch the food in this place.
Oh, dear. Why did you say our drinks are decent? You're so picky, Gramps.
A pair of lemon-scented hands encircle my neck, but they quickly pull away before I can retaliate. The owner of Elysium moves to face me.
Ah, we meet again, Missy. You're really something else if you know someone like Dimitri.
His name is Dimitri? Who is he exactly?
He's the Lord of Charon. As the true owner of Charon, Dimitri is the one who hosts the Zoion Hunt.
Oh, interesting.
The arena at the center of the market belongs to him too.
Oh. But Charon is supposed to be a free trading zone. How can a place like that have an owner?
You're not the only one curious about it. But Dimitri's background...
Literally President Snow.
Elysium has been open for years, but I haven't heard anything about his past. Even Silas, the leader of Anakinus, keeps his distance from Dimitri.
Oh. Come to think of it, Silas hasn't mentioned him before.
Since this isn't our first meeting, let me properly introduce myself. Aslin, that's my name.
Aslan? Aslan? We're going with that? Okay. Not Iceland? It's an Irish name? Okay. That makes me feel a little better about it. It's the... Okay. I would have thought it'd be like I... But that makes more sense if it's an Irish name.
Would you like to order something?
I'll pass. I didn't bring my wallet. Aslan's lips curl into a mysterious smile.
Elysium doesn't always collect payment in cash. And our services extend beyond just filling empty stomachs.
Before I can ask for details, Dimitri returns and gives me a nod.
I've finished my business. Come here. I'll escort you out.
Behind the counter, Aslan lowers her voice and winks at me.
If you need anything special in the future, ask for the Connoisseur's menu. I'll give you a 20% discount. Bye-bye. Come back soon.
Back to fucking chaos. As I step outside, gunshot screams and maniacal laughter fill my ears once more. It's almost comical. The difference between the two. It's hard to believe that this refined elderly gentleman beside me is the master of a hellish domain. It's hard to believe that this refined elderly gentleman is literally President Snow and we just walked back into the Hunger Games. So I heard you're the Lord of Charon. Why are you hosting these death matches? Why do you host the Zoion?
Killing. With or without the Zoion Hunt, the cycle of violence would continue perpetually in the N109 zone.
With Dimitri leading the way, every danger we encounter becomes something to walk past. It allows me to safely traverse this lawless battlefield. Mephisto! Just as I'm about to step over the thin orange-red laser, a familiar crow breaks the silence. Across the street, Mephisto perches on a lamppost. He looks at me and tilts his head. Hi.
Your friend is here to pick you up.
The cane falls onto the laser line, and the Lord of Charon stops at the edge of his territory, taking not a step further.
I'm sure our next meeting will be much sooner than this time.
What do you mean?
I mean, my duty as your escort has come to an end, until we meet again.
Those are two different things you just said. Dimitri watches me leave with an unwavering smile, like an ordinary old man out for a walk in the park. Huh. Silas! Silas! With Mephisto as my escort, I arrive at the familiar base without a hitch. Thanks. As soon as I enter the building, I hear a violent explosion from one of the rooms. Is Anakitis' base also involved with the Zoion Hunt? Hi, Darcy! Hi, Pipsqueak! The room is dark. Mindful of Silas's sensitive eyes, I turn on a floor lamp at its lowest setting. Is he just sitting here playing video games? Is he just sat playing video? No, or is he watching the games? In the center of the room stands 4 egg-shaped gate. Oh my god, he's sitting in the dark playing video games. 3 of them are rocking back and forth, their surfaces covered in LED lights pulsate in tandem with the explosion sound effects. Stop. I walk up to Silas's gaming pod and knock on it several times. Silas. Is this why he's not answering our calls? Silas. Mephisto's been caught. The base is surrounded. They're after you. Absorbed in his virtual world, Silas doesn't respond. Oh, come on. I'll walk away and settle into the 4th gaming pod, the only one that's empty. Oh, and the others are there too. Wait, it's all 3 of them. Inside the surrounding screens transform into an endless expanse of stars. Realistic sound effects immediately fill my ears. This is so funny. I'm just imagining Silas. Oh my god. I fire up my spaceship and set off to pursue Silas's fleet. I lock onto the engines of the first ship I see, grip the controllers, and open fire.
Who was that? That's brutal.
Pressing home my advantage, I target the next ship. It's immediately destroyed. And just like that, only one ship remains in the game aside from mine. Must be Silas's. Activate the ship AI and lock onto ship Q313.
Target spotted. Would you like to initiate tracking?
Divert all power to the engines. Don't let him escape. My ship's engines burst with brilliant blue light as I surge towards Silas's vessel. Ship Q313 remains unfazed. It gracefully spins away from my attacks as I close in. However, the elegant move proves to be costly. The ship's tail grazes a meteor, which triggers red warning lights in Silas's cockpit. The simulation ends with a blaring alarm still echoing as the gaming pod slowly opens. Silas emerges and removes his hologram helmet. It is giving smugglers.
Why were you so riled up? You blew up half the battlefield, too. Are you satisfied now?
So I need him to wear this fit, like, all the time. Like, all the time. That would be great for me. I'd really appreciate that. I'm short on time. After asking my question, I'll go. I expect him to make excuses about losing the game. Instead, he furrows his brow while he stares at me. What?
You had something nice to eat?
No, I was just at Elysium. The owner and I caught up.
Playing dumb isn't very nice, kitten.
As he speaks, he moves closer to me as if sensing something.
A special protocore. Is it an ether core?
Silas's accurate assessment catches me off guard. While trying to keep the energy within me stable, I turn to look at him and respond with an inquisitive smile. What's wrong? Weren't you always hoping I'd get stronger?
Who gave it to you?
I forgot about... Yeah, no, this makes sense. Okay. It's related to an incident. A few days ago, the Hunters Association's Protocore transport vehicle was attacked. I was on it.
I heard. The Association getting humiliated is an excellent source of entertainment for the N109 zone.
A strange person infiltrated the group of attackers. She found me and started talking about these bizarre things. That stuff is still uncertain, so I decided to tell Silas only the simplest parts. Just as I was on the verge of losing consciousness, my body instinctively absorbed the spatium core. His Adam apple bobs once. Okay, it's a visual. I catch a glimpse of the protocore in his eye emitting a dizzying red glow. Before I can get a better look, he walks to the minibar. He downs a glass of liquor in one go. Hot. The turbulent energy within me finally settles down, and I realize Silas is locked in on an intense battle against his desire for protocores.
Setting aside the possibility that you're here to show off your shiny new protocore, what brings you to the N109 zone?
Miss White, please! But also... Same. You sure Silas isn't your second? He's not. Trust, my love for Xavier is way up there. It's just Silas is a close third. And he just looks and sounds like that, okay? I walk toward him and bring up a holographic map on my watch's interface. This map was created during Lincoln City's final field survey before the Chronorift catastrophe.
And?
As I continue to zoom in on the display, the words Gaia Research Center appear on the map. The person who almost killed me said I first appeared here, during one of the Unicorn Research Team's experiments. Silas glances at it before turning his attention to the chessboard on the table.
And you actually believe that nonsense?
Val is a... Wait, huh? Star Apple? I'm confused. And you actually believe the nonsense. I need to go there and find answers. Then I'll know if she's lying or not. Star Apple! Thank you. I get it now. Thank you. Our last game ended in a draw, so I quietly joined the chess match, as Silas remains quiet. After surveying the chessboard, I move up my rook from the back rank. When I was younger, I had doubts about my past. Later, I figured that so long as I was healthy and safe, none of it really mattered. But a human heart shouldn't contain a protocore. I need to find out who I really am instead of waiting for mysterious people to find me. As soon as I reach for another piece, Silas immediately captures one of my pawns.
And then what? Do you actually believe that learning about your past will make things better?
When I see people, whether close or distant, suddenly racing toward a destination, refusing to accept the unfavorable position, I look at the chessboard again. I take my knight, my only chance for a breakthrough. The one who seems to stay still may be left at a disadvantage forever.
That's just what it looks like on the surface, kitten. As soon as you make your move, you give your opponents an opening. Sometimes the best move is not to make one at all.
As he speaks, he taps my king. It's safe for now, but it's trapped in the setup of a pincer attack. There's little hope of escape. What about you? Before he can pull back his hand, I quickly grab my queen and point it at Silas's eye. Your fusion with a protocore couldn't have been a coincidence either. Is that a friendly piece of advice or a warning? In a brief standoff, he finally shows his first smile of the day.
My situation holds no value as a reference point. Those words were nothing but a distraction so I could win the game.
Silas grabs the chess piece from my hand. Taking my wrist, he guides me to the floor-to-ceiling window. As the curtains slowly part, they reveal the night sky. Below us is the N109 zone in its entirety.
Since 2034, the N109 zone has undergone multiple rounds of reconstruction. Look at the outside world. Can you match any of these roads to that old map of yours?
The once straight streets become a maze. Nearly all the landmarks have vanished. Surely the people who used to live here...
They left.
Ever's agent handlers for gathering intel? Ever's agent handlers for gathering intel?
Dead.
What about the odd workshop's owner? Surely he's...
Unfortunately for you, he just left town yesterday. He won't be back until next month at the earliest.
Around as my lead gets cut off before me.
Do you really want to know?
Even if I didn't, people keep forcing me to find out. He pushes me closer to the window. Then I realize it. The only person who knows the truth has been right here all along.
There, underground.
Following Silas's gesture, I see it. The massive holographic screen in the sky. It's the heart of the Zoion Hunt I experienced today. A paradise of bloodshed and revelry. The Charon Arena. Oh. Oh, so we're going there? The massive holographic display makes everything feel strangely unreal. The latest rankings continue to scroll by. The individual in first place has remained unchanged since this afternoon. To hold the top spot for so long in such a brutal hunt, he must be strong.
He's been at the top since last night. He's good. I'll give him that.
Each change in the rankings marks the end of another life. They know it's suicide, yet they still eagerly rush in. Is that coin really worth it? No worries, Jadis. Have all the good sleeps and all the sweet dreams.
I see you know a thing or two. But fewer than 30% of the participants are there for that coin. In the N109 zone, what matters more is the desire to hunt, the thirst for bloodshed, the craving for domination.
Interesting.
Or a means to prove one's loyalty.
He steps away from the window and the curtains close behind him. Through the gap, a red X appears over the first place portrait before it vanishes forever from the giant screen. Based on your experience, how much longer will the hunt last? Ah! Finish your sentence, you coward! Since the dazzling neon lights have been blocked, my thoughts become clearer. The safest option would be to search under the arena after the hunt ends.
By the looks of it, the finals will start tomorrow. This stage always ends quickly. It never goes beyond 6 or 7 days. This year's hunt has some extra stakes involved, so the finals will be more intense. It'll be over in 2 days. After that,
he walks to the sofa with measured steps and takes a seat.
the arena will be demolished.
What?
Many have coveted the arena for years, but its owner isn't as young as he used to be. His grip on power isn't the same anymore. So, the vultures circling this territory already have a silent agreement in place. They'll host an overtime match once the Zoion Hunt is over.
He says it differently. Looks like participating in the Zoion Hunt is my last chance to find the Gaia Research Center. And breaking into the arena by myself is no easy feat. Who knows what awaits the ruins of the research center? I can't waste too much of my energy on fighting. I need an ally. I wonder who I can call. It's fine, no one is here to witness. Yeah, of course. It's not like anyone's gonna ever see what you typed. It's okay. It's fine. It's not like it's on the internet forever or anything. And it's not like it'll eventually find itself on YouTube either. Like, you're fine. You're so... This is a safe space for you. Say whatever you feel. I don't have a digital footprint, and I fully believe you. My gaze falls on Silas, who's sitting on the sofa.
Don't even think about it, kitten.
Hold on. Just for myself. Don't worry about it. You've been watching the hunt unfold from the sidelines. Don't tell me you haven't been plotting something.
Are you implying you're the one who has all the schemes?
Pin him down! Say less. Pretending to threaten him, I playfully pin him down on the sofa. You said you don't mind me using you. And right now, I really want to use you. Period. Just end of sentence there. I really want to use you so I can get into the arena. It's not like you'll lose if you join. It's a win-win situation, right?
If you want to drag me into this, flattery and tricks won't be enough. I'm afraid
But they're working.
I'll have to disappoint you, kitten. I have guests to meet, so I can't join you in your gladiator game.
Who? There's a knock at the door. Luke and Kieran, who had left the gaming pods, have returned. Their voices come through from the other side.
Boss, our people just delivered their report. We've taken care of all the goods ever brought this time.
Ever?
Leave a few alive. There's no need to be too thorough.
Yes, sir.
There are a few troublemakers in the area, boss. Can we?
Do as you please.
Thank you, boss.
Not him needing permission. I love Luke and Kieran so much. Your guests are from Ever?
They came all the way here, saying they have a profitable deal to discuss. How could I not play the role of a gracious host?
You're planning to take them all down?
Is it a bad idea?
No. It's great, actually. With one graceful stride, he helps me stand, grabs my shoulders, and turns me around.
Come. It's not like you're busy. Let's see what kind of presents they've prepared.
After our high-speed ride, we find ourselves before some ruins. They're shrouded in mist and gun smoke. The air is thick with chaotic energy fluctuations. Frowning, I kick aside some unidentifiable debris and pick up a broken half of a wine bottle. Oh, you changed. But I liked that fit so much, sir. 100-year-old wine, empty jewelry boxes. Don't tell me these are your welcome gifts. Silas casually responds as he slowly circles the area and takes in everything.
They know I won't show up, yet they're still playing a game of pretense. Would you like to guess the reason, kitten?
Either Ever is confident enough to think you'll accept their deal, or the deal's just a front. They're hiding something that can be used against you.
That's why I won't sit around waiting for them to make their move. People only show their hand when they're backed into a corner and desperate to survive.
Silas stops walking, picks up a broken gun stock still containing traces of protocore energy, and crushes it.
I prefer a direct, efficient approach.
I run my fingers along the energy residue on the wall, using my eval to sense the fluctuations in the air. Various energy signatures are intermingled. Although they're erratic, they're not particularly strong. If these were meant to deal the killing blow, they're underwhelming.
The real trump card is...
Scared the shit out of me! Fuck! Nearby, a metal wall suddenly collapses. From the dust and debris, multiple armed figures emerge. Their silhouettes are arranged in a staggered formation. Also, Darcy, same. As electrical currents flicker to life. Stop it. They reveal how the lower half of each figure's face is a mask made of mechanical components. It's integrated into their bodies. The energy readings are changing. In the blink of an eye, dozens of thin blue beams simultaneously lock onto our foreheads.
They've finally shown themselves.
Ooh. Just before the beams could pierce us, Silas grabs me and pulls us back. The spot where we once stood is reduced to scorched earth. I'm just about to catch my breath when the beams converge on us again.
Get behind me.
Hot. A black-red mist spreads out like a net. It lunges at the blue beams that are attacking us. The mist disintegrates instantly as surging shockwaves and countless energy beams violently burst from all directions. Silas immediately creates another barrier of mist to shield us, but in the blink of an eye, most of it has already been destroyed. These energy beams, they can nullify your evil?
Antimatter weapons. They actually managed to get their hands on something interesting.
He wipes away the blood from his neck, but the wound shows no sign of healing. The figures raise their weapons at the same time to take aim again, yet Silas responds with a smile instead of being angry. He gathers a more powerful energy storm in his hand. So it's like they have like kryptonite. They found something to completely... Yeah, interesting. This isn't good. They'll wear down Silas at this rate. Spotting my motorcycle nearby, I quickly dash toward it using the scattered cover for protection. After another explosive blast, I race through the lingering dust cloud and return to Silas's side. The thundering roar of my bike engine envelops us. Come with me! Hold on tight, spider monkey! The motorcycle roars at full throttle as we weave through the N109 zone. The sound of gunfire is hot on our heels. I duck and dodge the explosions around us while Silas sits back in the passenger seat. He wields his protocore weapon as if he's playing a shooting game. Are those really antimatter weapons? Silas, were they specifically designed to take you down?
They're just cheap knockoffs, kitten. Keep your eyes on the road. Besides...
A group of shadowy figures closing in behind us fall as Silas's evil strikes them down.
I'm not alone. I have you.
I got you. Two motorcyclists in black close in from both sides. They're trying to slam into me at the same time. In other contexts, hot. I'm just a driver who follows the traffic rules. I'm just a driver who follows traffic rules. Already at full throttle, I make a split-second decision to step on the brake. I let my motorcycle fall back to dodge their coordinated attack.
They're putting up quite a fight.
Don't say it like that. How are you planning to shake off these guys? They don't have the energy fluctuations I'd see from those monsters, nor do they show any signs of being modified. But their movements are mechanical and rigid. It's as if they're following someone's commands. We don't have much time. They'll reach Charon in 2 blocks.
You better not forget to turn. Let's not crash into it, kitten.
The boundary of the killing zone is ahead. The last untainted street marks the line between sanctuary and hell. A perfect, foolproof plan quickly forms in my mind as I push my motorcycle's horsepower to its limit. True, entering with the leader of Anakainis. Amidst the wild howls of our pursuers, I charge toward the laser barrier. Well, that means I might end up being a target with you. Time seems to slow down as the red light sweeps over the front wheel of my motorcycle. It washes over my bike and Silas, who's behind me. Clearly aware of Charon's rules, our masked pursuers stop just before the boundary. They're forced to watch us slip away. We turn and enter a deserted alley. My motorcycle finally gives out. Silas and I dismount. Uh-oh. We ended up here after all. Oops. But at least I'll help you shake off those pursuers.
I might have believed it was an accident if you didn't sound so enthusiastic.
Our faces suddenly appear on the district's central screen. They're magnified dozens of times over. In that same instant, the gunfire echoing throughout the killing zone falls silent. Then the still air brims with passion as screams resound. They're celebrating, or maybe growing wild over Silas's entrance.
You got what you wanted. There's no turning back now.
I just helped you out. It's time for you to return the favor. Go underground with me. We need to check and see if the old Gaia Research Center is still there. Or really there.
A life debt is impossible to repay. But since you asked so nicely, kitten, do I even have a choice?
Anyways, with Silas's laughter still in the air, I navigate through the alley's debris and barricades and make my way toward the Charon arena. Wait a minute. I'm starting to think you were planning to swoop in during the finals and catch everyone in your trap.
I would never do such a thing. I'm not nearly as clever as you are.
Well, when you say it like that, sir. Whew. Ooh. Okay, no worries. Bye. Countless bullets whiz above our heads as I take cover. As soon as I crouch down, a missile destroys half of the wall before me. Silas, watch your head. The blinding white light makes me close my eyes. I feel myself being lifted by a powerful force and pulled into his protective embrace. Silas carries me like a cat. I love that. With one arm around my waist, he kicks open a door and rushes into a building. An explosion rocks the building from outside. The entire team is wiped out.
We're safe, for now.
Masked men, wanderers, weapons, guns, there's no end to them. They're really determined to take us down.
In most cases, being too strong is a curse in itself.
I check the betting leaderboard. Silas's name sits at the top. The amount of money people put on him is several times higher than the contestant in second place. If you're not like everyone else, you get punished. They're definitely targeting you.
To think I'd make a splash for my first Zoion Hunt.
Zoion?
Oh well.
I shoot him a glance and bet my entire paycheck on his name.
Should I say I'm honored?
Since you're already in the spotlight, I might as well profit from it. Just keep that first place spot warm and be my decoy. When I get the money, I'll split it 70-30.
Anyone can make empty promises. And I'm not an altruistic philanthropist, kitten.
Name your price. If I can afford it, then we have a deal.
Oh, you can definitely afford it. It just depends on whether you're willing to give it to me.
Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? His right eye begins to glow with an eerie red light. My heart races and I try to look away so I don't get controlled.
Congratulations! You are now in second place on the betting leaderboard.
Huh. My communication device vibrates as Silas fiddles with his phone. It's followed by the melodic notification sound of a successful payment. Did he just bet money on us? What are you doing?
I placed a bet on you. Now you have the highest odds in the game. If you win, I'll make a fortune. Do you want to match my wager?
I'm not made of money. I shouldn't have underestimated you. You never make a terrible deal. Don't forget to split the winnings with me. 80-20.
Oh, you're so greedy.
Don't worry about it. Actually, can we go more? Can we... Anyways, just as our conversation helps me catch my breath, there's a rustling sound from the corner. Shh. I creep silently toward the source of the sound. Then I turn around with my gun raised.
Please, don't hurt me.
My gun is pointed at a frail old woman who's barely alive. Finding someone as old as her in the Zoion Hunt seems unbelievable. But this is the N109 zone. Instead of lowering my gun, I tighten my grip and take another step toward her. How long have you been eavesdropping? Before I can ask another question, Metaflux suddenly surges. A wanderer materializes and instantly lunges at the old woman. Look out! My hunter's instincts take over before I can think. I try to protect the elderly woman. Oh. As I race for impact, shards of Metaflux explode behind me. They're intertwined with wisps of familiar mist. Wait, hold on. Protect the elderly woman by throwing myself over her. I see. Okay. I turn around to see Silas standing behind us. He flexes his wrist while traces of his evil linger around his hand.
I take my eyes off you for 1 second and you just rush in. The association definitely trained you well, kitten.
I'm grateful that you rescued me and gave me a backhanded compliment. Just as I try to push myself up, a sharp pain shoots through my entire body. I look down. A dagger pulsing with evil energy is lodged in the lower right area of my abdomen. Internet dropped. My apologies. I don't know where it cut off. However, elderly woman, helpless. We tried to protect her from a wanderer. Silas used his evil to help. And then, just as I try to push myself up, a sharp pain shoots through my entire body. I look down. A dagger pulsing with evil energy is lodged in the lower right area of my abdomen, and the old woman's trembling hands clutching its handle. Then she said,
I didn't mean to. I was trying to kill the Wanderer. You're the one who got in the way.
Which, crazy thing to say, we just got the Wanderer for you. Right? Like, Silas just... Girl? Silas picks me up as the old woman releases her grip on the dagger and flees.
Fool.
A black-red mist starts chasing after her, but I hold back my pain and press down on Silas's arm. I shake my head. Let's take care of my wound first. Nah, let him play nurse first. I grab the first aid kit from the shelf and sink into the couch. I open it and search through its contents.
Let me do it.
It's fine, I can handle it.
You slipped several times already. I don't think you can handle it.
It's not that bad. Hey! Black-red mist grabs my arms and lifts me into the air, yet my fall is unexpectedly gentle. I find myself lying across Silas's lap as he sits on the sofa. The first aid kit lands next to us. We can take out that last sentence. I find myself lying across Silas's lap as he sits on the sofa. Interesting.
You'll break the latch if you keep doing that.
The medicine sends a sharp pain into my wound. Trying to distract myself, I stare at the tangled cables on the ceiling.
Have you counted how many cables are up there?
Shh, don't interrupt me. I only got to 27. My attention shifts and I meet his watchful gaze.
Does it hurt?
Yes. A lot. Thank you. It really hurts.
This is a special antiseptic from Charon's black market. No one has ever claimed it doesn't hurt. It's extremely effective since it makes wounds heal 10 times faster than normal.
Oh. Hello, welcome in. Really? Then the pain is worth it.
I lied. It's just a saline solution.
Okay. You bitch. Silas discards the cotton ball after he finishes cleaning the wound. He holds the hemostatic dressing between his palms. Then he pauses.
You seem distracted. Are you thinking about that old woman?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Yes, actually. Of course I am. Of course I am. I tried to help her and she literally stabbed me. Now I'm wondering if I'm just too naive.
Only a little.
Okay. Aren't you going to comfort me? I was stabbed.
I know you already learned your lesson. In a place where only the strong survive, you can't judge people as you usually do. Kindness is a rare quality. Save it for when you're back in Lincoln. Most people here are foolish. They run after their desires and never realize the treasure they were born with.
Don't tell me you're talking about their lives when you said treasure.
I'm referring to their soul.
Oh. Silas tilts his head slightly and points to his eye.
Even at just 21 grams, the soul is one of the most precious gifts the universe has given to humanity.
When you collect souls, are you basically stealing from the universe?
Did you just change the subject by making fun of me? Can you stand up?
You shouldn't underestimate me. But also, I would love to just stay on your lap for just a little bit longer. I jump up from his knee and stretch my limbs to prove I'm fine.
Don't push yourself. In this game of life and death, even the smallest vulnerability could cost you everything. Leaving right now wouldn't be a good idea. Stay put and keep quiet.
Or we can make so much noise together, it's fine. Hearing the sounds of gunfire in the distance, I think for a bit before agreeing with Silas's assessment. But just as I'm about to sit down on the couch, I see a familiar blue beam appear by Silas. Silas! At the last possible moment, Silas and I leap from the window and narrowly escape the blast. In the depth of the dark alley, familiar figures emerge. So it's masked figures again. They're very persistent.
They seem to be very confident in their antimatter weapons. In fact, they genuinely believe those are enough to finish me off.
They might, though. What I meant was, don't underestimate them. I glance in their direction while I speak. There are 5 of them. The alley is in a dead end, so we can go left and flank them. Silas, draw their attention. I'll intercept them.
You already planned everything out, huh?
He nods. Then he takes 2 steps and positions himself as my shield.
Move quietly, and watch out for the other hyenas who are lying in ambush.
After the final thunderous blast, the dark alley is once again swallowed by nighttime fog and deathly silence. Are you okay?
You stole the words right out of my mouth.
Silas quickly checks my waist for any signs of bleeding. Then he turns his attention to the broken weapons and lifeless figures on the ground.
The numbers don't add up. Almost 10 of them are missing.
Hopefully they're already dead somewhere else.
They won't die that easily with weapons like those. They're most likely in hiding and waiting for another chance to strike.
How did they know you were here? Did our popularity give us away? Silas takes my wrist and his fingertip brushes against my inner arm. My fingers curl out of reflex. What are you doing? He releases my wrist and holds up an almost transparent chip between his fingers. Huh. What's that? Silas crushes the item and drops its internal components to the ground.
A tracking device.
What? When? When? Try to think back to everyone who could have planted that on me, but there are too many possibilities. Did Dimitri grab us? The old woman. I don't think it would be her either. Well, it's gotta be Ever. I'm gonna say Ever. Could Ever be behind this? After all, tracking me would lead them straight to you. They'd be killing two birds with one stone.
Regardless, this place isn't safe anymore. Come along now.
Silas takes my wrist again and leads me out of the alley. Damn, that's crazy to have like such a transparent little tracking device like that. Velocity vintage cars. Oh, is what's coming up what I think is gonna come up soon? I thought finding a suitable hideout would take a lot of effort. But Silas knows exactly where to go. He quickly leads me to a vintage automobile repair shop near the arena. Two vintage street lamps flicker inside. A desert highway backdrop and bullet holes decorate the entrance. It's quite fitting for our situation. After making sure we weren't being followed, I breathe a sigh of relief and pull up a chair to ease my pain. Ever just won't quit. Isn't there a way to deal with them once and for all? The arena fights are bad enough as is.
The ones we took out were only minions receiving commands. For signals to be distributed simultaneously, there must be a leader carrying the central control unit. Take out their control unit, and we can disable the entire group.
Speaking of which, I detected an unusual fluctuation when I encountered them. Silas turns around to look at me.
What makes it unusual?
I'm not sure how to explain it. Maybe it's connected to that control unit you mentioned.
They've really been busy behind the scenes. They're using protocores like they're toys.
Silas averts his gaze and turns away. He walks to a corner of the shop.
Change of plans. We need to step up our game.
What?
Find the leader, neutralize them, and extract the control unit.
We're going to do reverse tracking? That might work. I'll use those unique fluctuations to locate them. Silas crouches down by the decorative bar counter along the wall. The sound of rummaging soon fills the air. What are you doing? Oh, are you looking for weapons?
I'm hungry, so I'm looking for food.
Oh my god, same! Can I has? I sit up, my interest is piqued. Is this place one of your properties?
Maybe.
How many properties does this man have?
Those with refined tastes know how to seek out places that match their standards. The vehicles outside are enough to prove the owner's discerning eye. I spoke too soon.
After retrieving a bag of food from the cabinets decorated like wooden crates, Silas returns to the small table. A look of displeasure is on his face.
These are emergency rations. If you're not picky, try to eat as much as you can.
Canned food? That's not too bad. I thought it'd be much worse considering how you acted.
Weren't you the one who kept asking for more home comforts at the base?
The base is for living, but this place is for surviving. The standards are different. But Seriously, have you thought about making your chefs develop canned foods? With their skills, we could have a gourmet canned food experience next time we end up in a situation like this. While I keep rambling, the cans are opened and arranged. Silas gives me a look, but doesn't argue. What?
How's your wound? No amount of talking will change that pain.
I'm starting to think the medicine wasn't normal. It hurts even more now that I've stopped moving. I take a huge bite out of the canned luncheon meat. Luncheon? Canned meat. I try to distract myself from the pain by chewing. Is it Spam? I want Spam. As I reach for the energy drink, his hand hovers above the can. He sprinkles a medicinal powder over it. I stare in disbelief. Did you just spike my drink right in front of me?
Are 2 painkillers going to be enough to knock out Lincoln's finest hunter?
Can I hear that laugh again?
Are 2 painkillers going to be enough to knock out Lincoln's finest hunter?
That's a nice laugh. No.
I know you want to stay alert. You're worried the extended release painkillers will slow your reactions. Keeping you safe for half the night will be easy. I'm here, which is more than enough.
Yes, sir. I'ma need Spectrum to chill. With the internet drops, that would be wonderful. That would be so much appreciated. I don't know where we cut off. I do have this on screen. He put painkillers in our drink. The small table becomes a chessboard once again, but this time my opponent sends his pieces into my territory to supply his queen.
As for whether you want to let your guard down for half the night, that's up to you, kitten.
I trust he can protect me. I'll drink it. Since you put it that way. Under his watchful gaze, I alternate between sipping my drink and eating. I quickly replenish my energy before consuming 3 cans of protein-rich food. The pain gradually dulls. Looking at my leftovers, I notice that Silas has barely touched his food. With a questioning look, I wave the can at him.
I'm full.
You are full after eating 1 slice of meat?
I don't want to eat. I don't like it.
Sir. Well, you're not going to eat like everything that you have to eat when you're in survival mode. You're the one who said you were hungry. In the dim lighting, Silas fidgets with the can opener. His gaze lingers on a particular vehicle. His interest is evident.
The last Slavernos in the world. This shop's owner really knows how to hide treasures in Charon.
Sitting with a full stomach only makes me drowsy, so I get up and follow him into the maze of vintage cars. A distorted figure flashes in my peripheral vision. I turn around only to see my reflection in the glossy black car door.
The Phantom Zero, produced 60 years ago. Comfortable seats, spacious in the back.
For activities? Thinking I'm interested, Silas turns back to stand beside me. Our distorted reflections merge on the car door.
This model was always popular with young dreamers. Are you one of them?
First of all, those young dreamers from 60 years ago should be elders by now. Secondly, this car's cool. I won't deny liking it even if you make fun of me.
I wasn't.
He does something I can't see, and the pitch black Phantom Zero's headlights suddenly turn on. They cast their beam on another car in front.
I have daydreams too.
Under the circle of headlights, the car stands like an actor center stage who's waiting for its story to begin. Silas steps into the light with one hand in his pocket. Unhurried, he leans forward with his hand on the car door to get a closer look. Is this what you mentioned earlier? The Slaverno?
Slaverno means explorer. It was the last model this company produced before going bankrupt.
It sounds like they were exploring different methods to escape their desperate situation. Curious, I peer inside. A fine layer of dust has settled over the interior. Their exploration might not have ended well, but at least the name shows they never gave up hope.
You have a knack for spinning inspirational tales.
That's what I do. He looks more relaxed as he's leaning to the side. Against the car door, he looks at me.
In reality, there was no tale about surviving despite the odds. It was just an ambition that withered before its time. In their final moments, they poured their last defiant breath into crafting this car's body and soul.
No.
What stands before you now is an embodiment of ambition that died 60 years ago.
The car's headlights illuminate one side of him. They're almost blindingly bright. Looking at his reflection in the car window, I can't help but think if this car had a soul, it'd be just like Silas. I understand what he's trying to tell me. The essence of exploration is desire, and desire... I want to fight my internet provider right now. Punch right in the dick. I'm so sorry. For yet again. Another drop. The essence of exploration is desire, and desire in turn fuels ambition. It pushes us to explore beyond our limits, just like me, who's always been searching for every kind of truth. Once I start looking for answers, I find more of them waiting to be uncovered. This quest for truth seems endless. Sometimes I'm afraid I'll be trapped forever in these endless layers of questions. I'll never find the ultimate truth. The sound of knuckles rapping against the car door snaps me back to reality. A gaze, half hidden in the interplay of light and shadows, is fixated on me.
Don't worry. Your ambition means too much to me. I won't let it fade away so easily.
Oh. Have you ever heard the saying that fate will run its course?
No. And I don't care.
Seemingly done with the conversation, he stands up, takes my wrist, and leads me to the Phantom Zero. He opens the back door and tilts his head.
Sleep here tonight. Sound good?
The back seat is spacious, and the cushions are definitely soft enough. I turn. As expected, Silas chose a Slaverno. He reclines in the driver's seat, his legs propped up on the open door.
Turn those lights off.
When you say it like that. Okay. The car lights are off, and darkness once again blankets our surroundings. As I lie down, I realize how much fatigue I had built up from constantly fighting and running around. My head starts to feel heavy. Yet, at times like these, thoughts seem to surface more persistently. It's beyond my control. Silas? Silas. I look up through the car window to see his foot resting on the doorframe. It sways ever so slightly. I can tell you're awake.
Listen to yourself. You sound like you're talking in your sleep.
I struggle to sit up and lean against the window. I speak in a soft voice. I might be half asleep, but I know this plan will work. In 3 hours, it'll be dawn. People have their guard down after waking up. That's when we'll split up and make our move. You'll draw the wanderers away and help me create the conditions for detecting fluctuations. I'll find a way to obtain the control until the masked people's leader... Control unit, my bad, the masked people's leader has.
Move at dawn, splitting up. Are you really treating this like it's just another Lincoln mission?
Lincoln never gives me this much freedom. I blink slowly and force myself to stay awake for just a little longer. I'm not playing around. I helped you deal with Ever, so you have to help me get the gold coin. Then I can enter the arena.
And if I refuse?
Well, you can think about why you're really here. His foot stops moving. As I fight to stay awake, I see him stand and approach me through my hazy vision. Then a large hand steadies my head and gently guides it down before giving it a pat.
Get some sleep. Number 2.
God, the way they write him. 3 hours later. That all I got? 3 hours of sleep? Fog seeps into the abandoned factory as I nimbly leap onto a shipping container, getting closer to the energy fluctuation I've detected. Soon enough, I spot approximately 10 motionless figures standing in a narrow gap between the containers. 6, 7, 8, 9. The rest of them are here. According to the plan, Silas is dealing with the other contestants and wanderers to obtain the arena entry token, a gold coin. Meanwhile, I'm tracking down those masked figures, and that's why I'm here. I'll take down their leader first. Once I find out who's in charge, the rest will be a piece of cake. I close my eyes and attempt to channel the Spatium Core's energy. From my heart, warm energy surges and envelops my entire body. My racing heartbeat is warning me that I might experience an energy overload if I continue. There! I sense that distinct energy signature and pinpoint the signals. Okay. I leap down the shipping container, grab a masked figure's shoulders to pin him down, and press my gun against his forehead. With inhuman reflexes, he flips over and knocks me away. His chest doesn't rise or fall as he breathes. Instead, intermittent electrical currents crackle from within. Their leader is an android. Before the other masked figures can raise their guns, I pull the trigger. The bullet pierced the cold, metallic chest above me. As if connected by the same energy source, the surrounding masked figures clutch their chests. Their movements were delayed by a second. Place my palm on the leader's lower head and detect something unusual. With 2 fingers, I reach into the eye socket and extract an artificial eye. Sparks fly from the severed wires as the machinery still functioning freezes. The masked figures have lost their power source. They fall to the ground one after another and let out pained groans. I hold up the artificial eye to the moonlight. As I suspected, protocore particles within its shell emit a faint glow in the darkness. I'll be taking this. Elysium's neon light shines as they always do as I arrive at its entrance.
Well, won't you look at that? Someone's still alive.
Hey, I'm ranked 2nd on the leaderboard. I can't let all those people lose their money because of me.
You're too kind.
I need to lay low here for now, but how am I going to contact Silas?
I see something's troubling you. When you have a lot on your mind, you should treat yourself to a good meal. The body knows what it needs.
You are a great saleswoman. Sit down at the bar and remember what Aslan said about offering services beyond filling empty stomachs. Might as well see what this place is really capable of. The Connoisseur's menu, please. I'd like to look at the Connoisseur's menu. The menu is promptly presented to me. My gaze sweeps across the peculiar dish names, one at a time, until it lands on the last item. Sweet Evil Trap.
Every dish in the Connoisseur's menu tells a story from the N109 zone. But the story behind this one hasn't started yet. It's waiting for someone to order it. In fact, It's been waiting for a long time now.
10.5 grams of soul.
Even at just 21 grams, the soul is one of the most precious gifts the universe has given to humanity.
Silas practically has "I prepared something for you" written all over his face. I close the menu. I'll order this one then. The red wine marshmallows are sweet, and the pomegranate juice dances across my tongue.
How is it?
The notes of roasted rosemary and walnut intertwine. Layer by layer, they unfold on my palate in an intricate dance of flavors. It's like him.
Your satisfaction is our greatest source of motivation. Here's your bill.
I look at it and see a 5-digit number. This is the price for one dessert?
I guess it can be if you're willing to pay that much. Try inputting these numbers into a map.
Doesn't the arena block signals?
There's always an exception.
Follow Aslan's instructions. A red dot appears on the previously inactive arena map. West District Docks. This is an interesting choice in terms of locations. Aslan brings a finger to her lips.
Elysium has more uses than you can ever imagine.
The docks are completely deserted. Abandoned vehicles are scattered haphazardly across the arena, or across the area. Come on, Silas, if you don't show up soon, my cover's going to be blown. It's happening.
You're late.
When I show up on time for a deal, someone usually gets carried away. I'm fashionably late for good luck. No need to thank me. Get in.
He just looks like that. He just looks like that. Oh, this is the one. This is the thing. This is the thing for the trailer.
Where is it? For you.
Empty. What do you mean?
As you can see, it's a pass to the arena.
No time for jokes. Where's the gold coin?
It was tampered with, so I fed it to a wanderer. We can't have loose ends, kitten.
You destroyed it?
There are other ways to enter the arena. I can guarantee that. I'm being honest. You know that. Don't move.
What?
We're being followed. We're going to have to fight if we want to leave. Why don't we call a temporary truce?
I'm like in tears.
We don't know how many are still in hiding. What
This
are
is
the
a lot
odds?
for me. Okay.
With you, guaranteed victory. Hold on.
I cannot have lag right now, please.
Here comes to us.
Oh my god, this is so hot. Oh my god.
Evil Silas, huh?
Then you should help me fix that. Change of perspective.
I'm charging extra for this.
natural. You're good at driving.
Anyone ever told you that your driving stability needs some work?
Any
We're just gonna
suggestions
drink
I
someone
don't
else's
consider
coffee?
Are filed under never heard of it.
Wait, oh, wait, hold on.
I didn't. I just grabbed a bite to eat.
Sorry, I wow. Wow. Please don't tell me you went for a joyride earlier. That's what we said. Okay. The car emerges from the tunnel. Okay. Ooh. Damn. You had a meal?
I couldn't get what I actually wanted, so I had to settle for the next best thing.
Come to think of it, I rarely encountered any wanderers while searching for the masked people. I guess someone was helping me from the shadows after all. But Silas doesn't look like he enjoyed his food. How are the wanderers? Delicious?
They were so unpalatable that it's not even funny.
Aww. It's the way I'm trying to like quietly scream because it's like 1 a.m. and my roommates are sleeping, but also... Aww, poor little Silas couldn't get a tasty treat.
Not only am I picky, but I have an enormous appetite.
I playfully shake my milk tea. Even though you were starving, you still bought me this?
Isn't it common courtesy not to show up empty-handed?
Pull up the live feed. The participant count in the top right shows the number 2. That means Silas and I are the only ones left. The gold coin markers flash on the map, but we ignore them. We're headed straight for the arena in the center of the area. Do you really have another way to get in?
Yeah.
In the distance, we see a barrier formed by interwoven blue and orange lights. Instead of slowing down, Silas steps on the gas. The car is going to charge into it.
Hold on tight.
Spider monkey. I'll finish the sentence for you. As soon as we hit the barrier, its violent energy tears our vehicle apart. It's going to be turned into heavy chunks of scrap metal. Silas uses this as an opening. With his evol, he tears open the barrier. Your other way of getting in was crashing into it?
What? It worked, didn't it?
Silas pulls me to my feet in one fluid motion. I take a moment to steady myself before looking at our surroundings. The arena is bathed in dazzling blue and orange lights, the same ones that were part of the barrier. The spectator stands are filled with floating holographic screens. A luminous path extends beneath our feet. It leads to a central area where several metallic platforms stand beneath floating crystal structures. There must be some kind of mechanism here that will let us go underground. When we approach this part of the arena, we don't find any mechanism. However, a peculiar spot on the central platform catches my eye.
Under normal circumstances, the gold coin would be the key to go underground and meet our Lord of Charon.
But this can't be considered normal circumstances.
There's always more than one way to beat a game. Besides, it doesn't matter if you had the gold coin. The Zoion Hunt stopped being fair a long time ago, kitten.
Taps the ground with his foot.
Listen.
I can't hear anything, but I sense faint metaflux fluctuations.
Maybe we can do this.
Black-red energy particles seep into the ground. A few seconds pass before the metaflux readings suddenly spike to dangerous levels. The ground rumbles and a horizontal crack appears in the central area to reveal a massive creature underneath. It quickly opens its eyes and leaps. It's a wanderer. The wanderer is encased in a massive shell. It instantly releases a powerful burst of metaflex. Does the N109 zone prepare these kinds of surprises for every hunt?
Of course not. I suspect this grand spectacle is their idea of a welcome party for honored guests from afar.
Who's trying to mess with us this time? What do they want?
I don't care. I've had enough of this game and its endless amount of rules.
He stands at the edge of a raised platform as black-red mist spirals up from his arms. It engulfs his entire body.
Let's end this once and for all.
Ooh, his voice. Are we about to do a battle? Yeah, we're about to do a battle. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Oof. His... Ugh, that whole chase scene, are you fucking kidding me? You've got to be shitting my dick. That was so good. I need to watch it again on my phone where I don't have lag.
We shouldn't underestimate it.
This is getting boring.
The way he looks at MC as she has him pinned.
What a nice punching.
Are you kidding me?
It can't escape. We could have done some more training.
It's okay, Miss Hawaii. This is a safe space. Your words are definitely not going to be documented on the internet or anything. You're fine.
Together. You can decide when. It's your time to shine. You're too close. That's my spot.
You won't escape.
We're halfway there.
Yeah, totally safe. Don't even worry about it.
What a nice punching bag.
Let's hit it if you. It's your turn.
Okay, if you say so. We could have done some more training.
I just got sloppy.
Let's attack it together. You can decide when.
I'll make.
Ready?
I was born ready.
Let's finish this.
Silas.
It can't escape.
You were sloppy.
My eyes were locked on you.
My turn.
I like a difficult fight.
God, the way he talks, even in battle.
It's your turn.
Okay, if you say so. Let's attack it together.
I love his voice actor.
It's your time to shine. It's time to meet your maker. You put up a good fight.
Courtney, right? Like, damn. What other trope are we bringing in? Too, you know? Your eyes are on me, huh? Right? Oh, okay, okay. We just have a bunch of battles now. Okay, we're at the end. Does it mean we're at the end of the chapter? Oh. Wait. I feel like... I mean, we could play with Lemire. Wait, no! No, we should play with Silas. Oh, no, that's not... No, let's play with Silas. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't know what cards of his I have. Nope. Sure, that works. And then I usually like this one. Alright, we're just gonna sit here. Let the battling roll. Ugh. Yeah, eventually we're gonna be getting a 6th love interest. We just don't know when and don't know who. I don't see it in like the near future, but I do see it happening sooner rather than later, but not super soon, you know?
This battle will be over in a few minutes. Let's attack it together. You can decide when.
I'll make sure they're dead. Silas.
I feel like they would have to introduce...
Stay focused. Dodge its attacks.
They would really have to lead into introducing a new character. So, like maybe another main story, or there's got to be like a chapter in the next main story before we meet someone. I don't know.
You're too.
Silas.
It can't escape.
But I can't think
I'm fine.
Be careful.
of
Don't let it hit
it being anyone that we already know. You know?
Everything went well.
I love how my cat joined me to watch Umbrada's stream earlier today and now joined me. Oh, kitty! I love that. It's gonna switch over. Kitty. Hell yeah. No, you're right. Caleb really did just come out. So that's why I'm saying it's like I don't see it in like the near future, but maybe give it like another main story and then we get it or something like that, you know? I don't know. Bow, 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 bow. If this is the end of the chapter, then we're gonna leave it here. I'm gonna do all the battle stuff. But if this do be the end,
It looks
it's 1:30 in the
Let's
morning.
attack it together. You can decide when.
I'll make sure they're dead. Silas.
It can't escape. We're halfway there.
It won't take long for us to be done.
She's just standing there menacingly.
Let's get another one then.
I still got a girl dinner and figure out food to eat. I'm so hungry.
Let's attack it together. You can decide when. It's your time to shine.
I think I know what I can eat.
Be careful. Don't let it hit you. We could have.
But I
done
really
some
am
very
running
well
low on
to enjoy
groceries.
life Later.
Where do you want to take me?
Guess.
Whoa, that was fast. That's what she said. Wow, it's 1:30 in the morning. I've been streaming since like 7:30? It's been 6 hours. Ideally, I was gonna try to start stream earlier. I was gonna try to start stream at 6, like I'm supposed to. And I'm always late. But I was gonna start stream at 6. But I literally got held up at work. I joke about Filipino time, okay? That I am always late. But this one actually wasn't my fault. Do we have green already? Oh, then we're good. Yeah, we're still fine. If I peek in one more time and it's that goddamn piano album ad, I'm going to start sending you until then YouTube videos? Why would you do that? Hawaiian time? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of assumed you were talking about Hawaiian time. Given your name and you saying you're in a different time zone.
Let's attack it together. You can decide when.
I'll make sure they're dead.
Which means it's only 11 p.m. for you, right?
You won't escape.
I guess it's gonna fight dirty. Let's settle this in one fell swoop. careful now. It's charging. Let's attack it together. You can decide when. It's your time to shine. Are you up for a joyride later?
Oh yeah, I was referring to your Filipino tribe. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Oh, that's also Hawaiian time. Ah, I see what you mean. I got you. I love that. Literally, my friends know that, like, what to, like, to plan ahead. When we make plans, I am good when it's, like, an actual schedule thing, right? Like, I will get to an airport hella fucking early because I'm paranoid. If we rent out a studio for, like, a photo shoot or something and it's during a very specific time, like, I'm on time for that. But, like, if it's like, oh, we're gonna get to Disneyland at around, like, 10 a.m. So let's leave at 9:30, and I'm like, oh, it's 10:30 because I overslept. We can leave now, though. And then Nicole will be like, it's okay. I told everyone 11 because I knew this would happen. So, Filipino time.